Alright, welcome back to Conqueror and Commander. Today we're looking at another game played with my Sen Triplets deck. For the complete deck list, go to Conqueror and Commander under puremtgo.com, and hopefully the deck list will be up there. If not now, it will be shortly. Still suffering from a cough and a cold, so hopefully I don't hack my lungs out. Let's take a look at my opponents. Here we've got Sharuum, Esper Control with artifacts, Olivia, Voldaren, who can be Vampire Tribal. I guess it could be Rakdos Control. I haven't seen too many versions like that, but Olivia is a tough little bird to deal with. And Xira, Arian, Jund. I know the pilot of this deck. This is my buddy Neo, who I play against a lot. It's kind of Jund control, I guess you could say. But Neo knows my deck because I talked to him about it. And so let's see what happens here. My opening hand has 3 lands, one of which is Reflecting Pool, but I've only got 1 swamp, but I have a Soul Ring and a Darksteel Ingot, so I feel good with this. And I've also got Mystical Tutor, just in case I need to tutor anything up. Sharuum leads things off. We're just playing lands in the early turns. I do the first turn Soul Ring. Olivia has Reliquary Tower and plays Illusionist Bracers, which is a nice little... You know, it's kind of funny. I'm not really sure this really helps. Olivia. Well, I guess it does, because it turns all her activated abilities free. So she can start doing 2 damage to stuff. So anyways, my second turn I've got Darksteel Ingot. That's the Sharuum player from the game that I just played here. Xira starts off with a second turn Bloom Tender, which is great because he can usually do a third turn Xira and then start tapping this for 3 mana. So that's good. I've got Falkenrath Noble. No tokens yet. But at least I'm doing well in the mana department right now. Olivia doesn't have any red mana. Here comes Xira. Bloom Tender taps, but doesn't cast anything. I draw a Godless Shrine. That helps out. So I can put my Noble out. Leonin Abunus is good in any sort of artifact deck. Okay, so then Olivia plays Leyline of the Void. Typically this leads to some sort of Helm combo where he'll slowly, or she will slowly deck one player at a time. Now there's an argument to be made to leave it out there because Sharuum's out here and Sharuum has been known to abuse the graveyard. But honestly, I don't want the Olivia player tutoring up a Helm. I don't know this player, so I don't know if they're going to go combo early or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and Mystical Tutor for Return to Dust, just to make sure that it's gone. And then the Xira player plays Phyrexian Arena, which gives me another Return to Dust target. I'm fine with that. I lose my Mystical Tutor. Leyline's gone. Phyrexian Arena's gone. It's all worth it. Mirrorworks is fun. It's a nice little card for artifact decks. Xira continues to draw cards. Olivia's still mana screwed with no red mana. There's Wolfir Silverheart, who comes out as an 8/8 for 5 mana as long as you have another creature out there. And he's gonna pump up Xira. I've got Elspeth, but not really a whole lot going on. So I'm just gonna poke at Xira, and I'm gonna play Sen Triplets because I want to see what other people have in their hands. Basically, I can play stuff from Olivia's hand. Well, Olivia probably has a whole bunch of red stuff in her hand, but I can definitely play everything in Sharuum's hand. So if I can steal a land and maybe play a spell or 2, that'd be great. So Sharuum gets a little bit of mana excel by playing Vault of Whispers and copying it. Here's where things get interesting. Hey, look, it's Soren Markov. Everybody loves Soren, right? He's just a friendly little vampire who wants to make friends. Soren's going to dome me and knock me to 10. Because Neo knows me, knows my deck. He attack. Okay, so this is the trick, the risky part. The risky part is he attacks me with Wolfir Silverheart. I'm at 10. That's going to knock me down to 2. What I'm hoping, and this is just a random lucky guess, is that Sharuum has some sort of wipe or anything like that to help me deal with the situation. In all honesty, it's early enough in the game where I was kind of like, well, if I die, I die. You know, I could just start a new game or something like that. But I'm figuring that Sen is going to help me out with a whole new hand from one of the other players. Because I've got nothing in my hand that's going to help me right now. So it's a risk. I'd go down to 2. And then Xira plays Imperial Seal for something. I'm not sure what. So I look at Sharuum, and he's got Decree of Pain and Blightsteel Colossus. So obviously he can bring the pain. And he's also got Sphinx Sovereign, which could gain me a bunch of life. But I don't think I have... Oh, I do have the mana to cast it. Well, I was more interested in getting rid of all these big beaters and drawing some cards. So Decree of Pain is going to be it. I end up sacrificing my... Oh no, I don't sacrifice anything. I draw a bunch of cards though, and I gain some life from Falkenrath Noble. And I spread the damage around there. So my hand includes a land, Bitter Blossom, Elspeth, Sublime Archangel, Coastal Piracy, which is white bordered. Everybody gets on me for playing the white bordered one. Rhystic Study and Grave Pact. This would be a great hand if I had like 30 life. But I'm at 6. So Sharuum plays the Sphinx. She's going to start gaining life. Olivia comes out to play because a mountain finally comes out. Neo plays Bloodbraid Elf. And cascades into Terminate, getting rid of the Sphinx. That's nice. Because we don't want Sharuum just drawing a bunch of land, or getting a bunch of life. There's another Cascade card, Bituminous Blast. There was also a Violent Ultimatum. So some fun Jund stuff. And this is nice too, because he goes after the Sharuum player, because the Sharuum player has the Blightsteel. And that makes the Sharuum player a little more of a threat. And it's because I'm at 6, I'm probably more manageable in people's eyes. So I play Sublime Archangel, because I need a blocker, especially a flying blocker, to deal with Olivia. And then I play Elspeth to bust out another blocker. So Elspeth's just there to soak up some damage, hopefully. Sphinx Summoner comes out to play and gets copied. Searching up Solemn Simulacrum and Phyrexian Metamorph. It's not horrible. Basilisk Caller comes from Olivia. So she's going to be able to just gain a little bit of life, go back up to 40 here, and then kill whatever she wants to kill, because she has the mana and the Death Touch ability. The elf goes after Olivia. He's probably expecting her to kill it. She does. Then he plays Garrick. It's one of the promo Garricks, I think. Yeah, that's a promo. Untap. And plays Damnation. So that wipes the board. I'm fine with that. I make another soldier token. I play Rhystic Study and Grave Pact. Now, Grave Pact for me isn't a bad deal because Phyrexian Tower's out there. I can sacrifice something. Here's the risky part. The risky part is playing the Bitter Blossom. I play the Bitter Blossom because I need creatures to defend me. And I also have Coastal Piracy, so if these creatures end up living, I can start attacking a little bit here and there and drawing cards. I was thinking about playing Phyrexian Arena, but I just didn't have the mana to play the Rhystic Study and the Bitter Blossom. Rhystic Study draws me a ton of cards in this game. People that have read my old articles know that it annoys the crap out of me when people don't pay the Rhystic Study tax. And there's a couple times where Ristic Study doesn't get paid for at all, and I draw a decent amount of cards off it. So there's 2 cards that turn, including Mana Drain. He doubles up on Solemn Simulacrum, but only gets 1 Sword of Light and Shadow. Olivia plays Mind's Eye, but she pays the tax. Yeah, this is the other new thing that happened with the most recent update. You get little counters when your commanders die. So yeah, there's Mind's Eye. Bloodgift Demon and a Beast. I'm worried about Bloodgift Demon. That's big, but I draw Skull Clamp, which is great. I poke at somebody. I make another soldier. I cast Skull Clamp. And I draw cards. I'm going to draw cards and use Grave Pack's ability to wipe out everybody else and their creatures. This is going to allow the Sharuum player to draw more cards. She's only got 3. But it gets rid of the Bloodgift Demon over here. And it draws me 4 cards. Spell Crumple. Nice. So Mana Drain or Spell Crumple can both deal with the Blightsteel Colossus in case it comes out. Now, Cathar's Crusade isn't going to help me out too much right now. And since I'm only at 5 life, I want to keep mana up for Mana Drain and Spell Crumple. I don't even think I can cast both of them at the same time. I can. Yes, I can. So, I'm not going to cast anything else right now. There's Ethereum Sculptor, who's going to come out and draw me a card. Merciless Eviction. Yes. And get copied. And then he tries to cast Sharuum, but I'm like, you know what? I don't want to deal with those graveyard shenanigans. I spell Crumple Sharuum. Put her at the bottom of the library. There's Phyrexian Metamorph. And this is awesome. I draw Hinder, too. But right now, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 Ethereum Sculptors, which means that all his artifacts are real cheap for him now. Olivia tries to play Fervor. I don't like having to worry about all the haste creatures, so I'm going to Mana Drain that. Oh, and I draw Entreat the Angels, which sucks as a miracle right now because I was just about to Mana Drain, and even that only 3 mana would have helped me with an extra angel. So that sucks. I decided not to pay for the miracle cost and just Mana Drain. Neo plays Phyrexian Reclamation, which is a great card. And starts getting Bloodbraid Elf out of his graveyard. And I think maybe one other card, I don't remember. Yeah. I think the Wolfir Silverheart. He just gets everything out of his graveyard. So I'm at 5. I'm going to start dropping into life because of the Bitter Blossom. I don't have a tutor. Oh, there's Cyclonic Rift. So I've got the mana from Mana Drain. I decided to go ahead and just bounce everything now. There's a bunch of stuff out there, so it's going to slow everybody else down. I make another counter, or soldier with Elspeth. And I decide, okay, you know, I'm going to start clamping things and see what I draw. There's Vindicate. I discard Phyrexian Arena because I can't lose 2 life a turn. And Cathar's Crusade because I don't really have a whole lot of like token making ability right now. I'd rather have removal at this point and answers. And I'll keep Vampiric Tutor just in case I want to tutor for like Suture Priest or Elixir of Immortality. But really what I'm just hoping is right now people are just going to want to dump their hands and not pay the Ristic Study tax. And that's kind of what happens. I just draw a ton of cards here off Ristic Study. And I'm hoping to draw into Suture Priest or Elixir of Immortality. Meanwhile, Sharuum's going nuts with the copying. There's Notorious Throng. Fun card. Mind's Eye comes out again. Bloodbraid Elf comes back out. Nature's Claim comes out, and I'm like, oh, why don't you Nature's Claim the Bitter Blossom? He's like, no, I like where you're at right now. So he Nature's Claims the Sword of Light and Shadow. And he doesn't attack anybody, which is interesting. I thought he would have attacked somebody. Now I'm at 3. And I managed to draw Elixir of Immortality. I was actually going to Vampiric Tutor for it, but I just forgot. So luckily it worked out that I didn't have to pay the extra 2 life and go down to 1. So I decided to Mark of Eviction and get rid of all the artifacts, which is going to slow down Sharuum a ton. Unfortunately, that costs me my Soul Ring, my Darksteel Ingot, and my Skull Clamp. But I'm going to make up for my card drawing ability with Coastal Piracy. In addition, Elspeth has 8 loyalty right now. And if I wanted to, I'm just, like, nobody's been able to hit Elspeth. If I wanted to, I could give the emblem right now, but I decided what I'm going to try and do, actually, is Notorious Throng. And get the... oh, wait, no, I don't Notorious Throng. No, I Elixir of Immortality this turn. Yeah, there's the Elixir. This is going to allow me to... I discard a bunch of land and Vampiric Tutor because I just can't afford to pay for the Vampiric Tutor right now. This is going to allow me to cast Hinder if I need to and use the Elixir at the same time. So, Tempered Steel comes out. Sharuum's kind of neutered right now. Mana Echoes comes out for Olivia. I draw Time Spiral. And there's a Grave Pact from Olivia. I draw Imperial Seal. Nature's Lore from Bloodbraid Elf, or from the Zero player. No attack. Okay, so fine. It's time to use my Elixir, right? So I use my Elixir. I'm going to shuffle everything into my library. So what does the Zero player do? Rakdos Charm. To have all my creatures deal 1 damage to me. I've got 4 creatures. I can sacrifice one with Phyrexian Tower, but that's not going to help me live. Luckily, I am holding Hinder, and I have enough mana to cast it, so I managed to Hinder. Thank God, right? I'm still at 3. I go up to 8, so I'm happy. So now I'm going to Notorious Throng. So what I do is I use the Elspeth ability to pump one of the fairies, and I spread all the damage around. Elspeth now has like 10 loyalty or something. There we go. First I Notorious Throng. That gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new fairy tokens. And these are fairy rogues, remember, which allow me to get the prowl from Notorious Throng so I can get my extra turn. Mana Echoes is just a pain in the butt right now. Doesn't do anything. And then I can go ahead and ultimate. I play the Simulacrum. And I Imperial Seal for mana drain. And then I ultimated Elspeth. Oh no, I ultimate Elspeth this turn. My bad. I'm like, why didn't I ultimate? Yeah. So there's mana drain. There's the ultimate. Everything's indestructible. I play Coastal Piracy. I attack and I leave couple dudes behind on defense. I draw like 7 or 8 or 9 cards. There's Pact of Negation to help me out. Maze of Ith. Some land. Oh, Cathar's Crusade. Awesome. So I've got enough mana. I can cast Cathar's Crusade. Play Maze of Ith to protect me. Get rid of stuff. I'm hoping that somebody casts a big creature or big spell so I can mana drain it. And then use the mana drain mana for Entreat the Angels to pump everything with Cathar's Crusade out there. And hopefully I can wipe out at least 2 players next turn. I've also got Pact of Negation just in case things go sideways and I need to counter more than one spell, and Una as a backup plan. And I'm at 4 life. Sharuum's at 40, Olivia's at 34, and Sen Triplets is at 15. So Sharuum plays Sanctum Gargoyle to get something back from his graveyard. It was... Oh, he holds back. I don't even remember what he grabbed, honestly. But the Olivia player helps me out by trying to cast Grave Titan. That's a good thing to mana drain. That's 6 mana. That's 3 angels. And then he plays Lightning Greaves. The Sen Triplets is going to do some Garruk Wildspeaker shenanigans. Plays Phyrexian Reclamation again. And gets some stuff out of his graveyard again. So here we go. I'm down to 3 life now. The fairy token comes in from Bitter Blossom, which pumps all my dudes. So I've got like a decent amount of guys out now, right? I'm going to make, I don't know, what do you say, 6 angels. And I've got Pact of Negation to help me out with my backup just in case the Sharuum player decides to counter my spell. Yep, 6 angels. So all my guys come out. And basically, I've got enough fairies to kill off at least 2 players and probably a third. I don't remember. I didn't even do all the combat math, honestly. And I was just trying to figure out, hey, what's 4 times 8? What's 6 times 8? Stuff like that. And it's late, and I'm just freaking tired. So, anyways, it only takes 2 of these guys to kill Xira. And Olivia's at 34, which means it just takes 4 guys to kill him. And then I can send the rest over here. And that's pretty much what I did. And that's game. At 3 life. Holy cow, I can't believe it. Oh yeah, and the Olivia player quit. Because she saw the writing on the wall. So, there we go, turn 14. I survived an early Sorin. I guess early, like turn 6, but still. And never got above 8 life after that and managed to win. So there you go. The Sen Triplets deck works. It's better for control players. If you're a control player, you should like it. Alright? Thank you very much.